Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to talk about, is YouTube dead? Is it over? Is it finished? Is it done? And as maybe you heard, maybe not, I don't know. Um, Instagram, it's IGTV, they calling it. They're trying to do now some paid subscription, quote subscription. The paid creators now. So, okay, we know Instagram. I think it came out in 2011, I believe, and maybe 2010. And I mean, it's one of my favorite sites too. I go to a lot. It's a great site as it's photo sharing. It started off at first, and over time it moved to a sharing of short videos. Not long, 5-15 seconds videos. But now they're trying to compete with YouTube. That's not an easy thing to try to do, but they're trying to compete with YouTube, and they want to pay creators like YouTube does, I believe, through views like YouTube does, and compete with them. And this could be something that can be done. They got 1 billion now. People subscribe there that be on the site. There's active users. That's pretty crazy. They have 1 billion subscribers, and that's up there. So they have the tools to compete. But YouTube was so big at a time. Well, I can hit on that later. But let's just stay on Instagram for a second. Now Instagram, they want to do this, so they're making a big move. Okay, and the CEO that is actually half owner of the company announced it, and everybody's talking about it. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be, like I said, a big move. But what I'm thinking of, the PA creators, a few people have tried it, and none of them, all of them haven't necessarily worked out so good. So there's a couple companies that do pay people who create, or you can even do it yourself too. And even let's go with this now. We know with YouTube, Google bought them, and they started putting Google AdSense. But let's just go with Google AdSense at first. Before even YouTube was even started, before Google bought it, Google AdSense was going, okay? And they was a company too that was doing, not necessarily with videos, but with kind of creating something that is good content that viewers will like, and more views, or they do, not necessarily views, excuse me, clicks, pay-per-clicks, they pay out. Okay, pay out that way. And a lot of people try it, go with that. With Yahoo did it, Bing did it, but it never was the same with Google. And this is what I'm thinking what's going to be with YouTube. Okay, but I like the idea that they're trying something new and everybody's talking about it. I like the idea, but I don't know exactly how much money they're going to put into it. The time they're gonna put time, because they announced at their meeting. I think it was the annual meeting they was doing with Instagram. So I know this is gonna be a big thing that they're going to try to do. That they're going to try to compete with them. So when you compete with somebody in the same platform, you can fail or you can win. Okay, because it's the same platform. The same thing happened with WWE when WCW, WWF went against each other at the same time. One person win, one person crash. It's not an equal person level field if you're going to announce it in the same platform. Okay, but we'll talk. That's another thing. Let's go back. Let's talk about YouTube now. Okay, YouTube came out 05, I believe. It got bought in 07, maybe 06, the end part of 06. I would say 07. And so for, I think it was a little over $1 billion in a little over a year's time. It's crazy how it blew up so fast. And I was thinking about this. Is funny. See, actually, when YouTube came out, I wasn't even using it. First streaming website I used was Hulu, and that was I'm so behind thing. I was like 06, 07, so I was a little behind. But YouTube, started and Google bought them, all right, 07, okay. And this was when they started putting the AdSense, because at first they wasn't paying their creators, okay. Now that's when they started paying creators for views. They pay different structures. I can break it down a little bit, but just hitting on the point that's going to hit on it. So they're paying now the creators, and it's a big thing. People make careers out of doing this. You know, doing videos on YouTube, making careers, making money, growing businesses. You know, getting employees. So it's a big thing. Same thing with eBay did in the early days when they came out in the mid-90s. So it's a big thing. Now, when Instagram is saying they're doing this, you know, they only way they can do this because they got the subscribers, right? They got a billion subscribers that's doing it. That's the only way they can only be able to compete with them. You know, they're not gonna be able to compete with them without the billion subscribers. No way. I mean, no way they're not gonna be able to compete. It won't work. So that's why they're able to compete with them at this level. They got the funds now to do it at this level because of subscribers. Okay, but how are they going to do it? Are they going to do it the same way? That's what we're trying to find out. They didn't necessarily break it down when it was announced. They didn't necessarily break it down exactly how they're going to do it. But they were just saying, this is what we're trying. This is what we're going to do. And it's a big step. It's a big jump. It's just, it gets your eye open to see, you know, like what are they going to try? So let's go back to the creating aspect. So if Instagram did this, is what gets me, because okay, they're a photos sharing type of site, so you can post photos and share it this way. And I've heard one thing that they're going to do it in that kind of level, because how Instagram does, you know, you can go to the main site and then you can see the front page of new post that gets posted, and you got your followers too. And YouTube kind of does that same sort, but YouTube mostly does that in a thing. They have a few lines of things that is new or that's relevant. I think I can't pronounce my word. Work on my vocabulary. What's everybody's viewing, and then they have the things that you watch, and then they post that, you know, on the certain lines, and then they got some you subscribe to, and mostly Instagram does things you're subscribed to. Not new. Then they have a front page that has new stuff, and you can reload it and new stuff go. So I want to see how they're going to do that with paying somebody to create. I wonder how that's going to work, because Google YouTube, Google bought YouTube. They have that Google Analysts and keywords to focus on, exactly find out what people watch. And listen, how would they do that? They don't have that. That's interesting. You know, I was just thinking about that. How they're going to work that out for the creators. And then, you know, the long videos, it's not going to be, there's some of these short little videos are photos. It's a whole different subject. It's a whole different subject. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm really excited. And how are they going to compete at this level? And what are they going to try to do? You know, it's going to be a fun time to watch them. It's going to be a fun time to watch, a fun time to look at new things they're going to try out. Because like I said, Instagram is not no fly out the old company. This is it's a new company that, I mean, it's not an old company. It's a company, because they said they've been on about 7-8 years, so it's not an old company. But I like what they're doing, and I say it's one of my favorite stuff. I love their editing for photos. It's just very professional. So I'm assuming they're gonna have some more stuff than YouTube, because YouTube got a few filters and editing stuff. I mean, you know, they got a lot of people that third parties you can work with. I mean, ton of third parties for songs and premium beats, Epidec Sound, you know, a lot of things that they got, you know, that you can do for your thumbnails and pictures. I mean, so much stuff. But what I like about Instagram, they have a feature where you can do that by itself. And that's another thing we can talk about later. But look, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Check me out, subscribe, like if you like this video. Have a good one.